welcome to another video. So, if you've been using AI coding agents, you've probably hit this wall. You're running 3, maybe 4 agents locally, fixing bugs, implementing features, debugging production issues, and your machine is starting to slow down. You've got 10 tabs open, each with a different agent session, and you're constantly context switching between them, trying to remember which agent is doing what. This is the problem that Warp just solved with Oz. Oz is a scalable cloud coding agent with built-in orchestration. And here's the thing that makes it different from everything else out there. You can run as many agents as you want. They run in the cloud so they don't slow down your machine, and you can trigger them from anywhere. Not just from your terminal, but from Slack, Linear, GitHub, cron jobs, or even your own application code. With less than 10 minutes of setup on most repos, you can have cloud agents working on your codebase while you do something else entirely. So, let's get right into it and see how this actually works. There are 3 ways you can deploy Oz agents, which they call entry points. The first way is through listening and scheduled triggers. This is where it gets really interesting. You can set up agents that automatically deploy when something happens. Tag it Oz in a Slack thread, and it spins up an agent to work on that task. Create a linear ticket, and an agent starts investigating. A GitHub issue comes in, and an agent triages it. You can even connect webhooks from Sentry, so when an error occurs, an agent automatically starts building a fix. The second way is through the web interface at oz.warp.dev. You can manage all your agents, view their progress, and even join their sessions from the browser. The third way is directly from the Warp terminal, which is probably where most of us will start. Now, let me show you the actual commands. The Warp CL comes pre-installed when you install Warp Terminal, but you can install it separately if you prefer. The first command you'll want to know is Oz agent run. You pass along a prompt, and it streams back the agent response. This runs the Oz agent locally, but it is also available on the Ozzy site for you to see what all stuff you ran, and you can then share it as well with others, so you can view it in your Warp terminal or in the browser. Once you click that link, it loads up a Warp session with SSH, so it feels like you're having a conversation in your local terminal. You can watch the response as it streams in, or send prompts to course, correct the agent as it works. But here's the thing. By default, the agent has access to an empty workspace. To give it access to your codebase, you need to set up an environment. You can run the OZ create environment command. This accepts a list of Git repositories you want the agent to access, or you can run it inside of a repository. The agent will scan your codebase and figure out what the environment needs to include. So, if you run it in a project that uses Golang and JavaScript, it will create a multi-stage Docker file that has Go and Node pre-installed. Since it's a Docker file, you can customize the environment however you want. But if you want Oz to take the wheel, you can just respond, "Sounds good," and let it configure everything for you. Once your environment is set up, you can pass the environment ID to your agent runs. To run the prompt with the Oz agent and your environment on the cloud, then you can just run Oz agent run -cloud with the prompt and also pass in the environment ID if you want, and it will start the task on the web interface. You can then close Warp on your desktop, and it will still run and complete the task on the cloud, which is pretty good to see. Now, let me talk about the integrations, because this is where Oz really shines. You have turnkey solutions for Slack and Linear. In the web interface, you can copy a command that pops up the authentication flow, and then you can at Warp from your Linear or Slack tasks. This is kinda great, because it means anyone on your team can kick off a coding agent without ever touching the terminal. There's also the TypeScript and Python SDK for calling Oz from your own application code. Want to build a custom integration? You can do that. There's a scheduler, so you can run coding agents on a scheduled job. Warp manages that for you, and you can see all your running jobs from the Agent Management panel. And there's GitHub Action support. So, if you want to trigger a coding job on issues, pull requests, or anything else on GitHub, that's built in. Now, one of the features I really like is agent session sharing. At any time, you can observe, steer, and collaborate with your cloud agents as they work. You get a single link to join any agent conversation. You can bring remote agent tasks into your local environment to give the agent more direction. This is huge for teams. You can share that link with a teammate, and they can see exactly what the agent is doing and help guide it. It's cross-platform compatible too, working on Mac, Linux, Windows, and the web. Another key feature is configurable agents. A simple prompt doesn't always cut it anymore. With Oz, you can customize and program agents tailored to specific tasks. You can configure Oz agents using skills.md files, just like with other AI coding tools. So, if you have specific workflows or best practices you want the agent to follow, you can bake that into the configuration. Now, let me give you some examples of what you can actually build with this. If you're an Obsidian user, you can set up a scheduled agent to auto-update your notebooks. Put your Obsidian notebook on a GitHub repository and have an agent automatically tag notes taken in the past week, or research and add new notes based on topics you're interested in. You can build a custom server monitor. If you have a deployment, you can access via SSH. Set up a scheduled agent to SSH into that server, tail the logs, and forward exceptions or usage reports to a Slack channel. You can build a Sentry alerts monitor that automatically investigates fixes when errors occur. You can even set up a GitHub issue triage bot that investigates inbound issues, checks whether they're ready to work on or need more detail from the author, and auto-tags them. The fact that you can configure environments with multiple repos means you can work on full-stack projects too. Have one environment with your front-end and back-end repos, and trigger agents to work on tasks that span both. Now, Warp has some impressive numbers behind it. They have over 700,000 developers actively using Warp to ship software. 97% of the code diffs generated by Warp are accepted by end users. Their users report saving about an hour a day on average, with 25% saying they save over 2 hours each day. The tool itself is built for speed with over 1 million lines of Rust code. Warp engineers actually build Warp using Warp, which is always a good sign. There are a few things to keep in mind though. First, this is designed for professional developers. If you're doing trivial coding tasks or simple apps like a Flappy Bird clone, this is probably overkill. The same complexity of tasks you'd use for Claude Code, Cursor, or Windsurf applies here. I think this is exactly where AI coding tools should be headed. We're moving from AI as a helper that I manually invoke to AI as a team that works in the background. And when you have a team, you need proper orchestration. Oz is Warp's answer to that. The combination of ambient triggers, cloud execution, session sharing, and the agent management panel creates a workflow that's genuinely different from what we've had before. You can kick off agents from anywhere, track them all from one place, and jump into any session when you need to steer things. For teams especially, this is a game changer. Instead of everyone running their own local agents and duplicating work, you can have a coordinated system where agents are triggered by actual events in your workflow. You can try Warp Oz today and get an extra 1,000 Oz credits. Link in the description below. Overall, it's pretty cool. Anyway, share your thoughts below and subscribe to the channel. You can also donate via Super Thanks option or join the channel as well and get some perks. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.